admitting Bertha Newman.
Good morning. It looks like you're on mute. Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Earlene Baggett Hayes, and I am serving as the magistrate over the Pontiac Blight Court today. How are you?
Okay, fine.
Good. And what is your name, please?
Bertha Newman,
Okay, Miss Newman, and which property are you representing today?
18 Manhattan in Pontiac.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for calling in. And we do have two City of Pontiac representatives on the phone. They will begin by sharing with you what they consider the concern to be, after which you will have full opportunity to respond, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So they'll introduce themselves, and let's hear from the City of Pontiac.
I am Tammy Cooper. I'm with the City of Pontiac. I'm a code enforcement officer.
And this is Matt Behrens. I'm the recorder today. I think I met you recently.
Yes,
About
sir.
18 Manhattan.
Yes, sir, you did.
Okay. So Miss Newman has an issue with existing tickets. Her property had gone into forfeiture status and then foreclosure status, but she did pay her back taxes and got possession of the property back again. But she does intend to sell it. But the discussion for Ms. Newman at this point is for removal of some of the Blight Court charges, because all of the Blight Court ticket information had been sent to her prior address where she had not been living for several years. So she never received any of the current Blight Court information that we had been sending her. So because of her not being at that old address anymore, she never got any of the contact information from us.
Okay. Ms. Newman, how would you like to respond?
Well, what he just said is correct. I had originally, I don't remember what day it was, but one day I went down to the City of Pontiac. This was probably 2018-19, and I was told that the property was not mine anymore. That's why I didn't bother with it anymore. And like he said, I never received any other tickets after that. And it was December 5th of last year, I came home. My daughter and I was on vacation, and I came home and there was this packet attached to my door about court, going to court. Well, not that you can go and see how to save your property for taxes. And I called it. It was from Oakland County. I called the number, and that's when they told me, no, excuse me, you are still the owner of this property and these taxes are due. And she told me, I asked her what my options were, and of course she told me that she could not give me legal advice, but you know, it was suggested that I pay at least 2000, I think it was 20s taxes by February 28th to avoid extra fees being added. So I did that, and I talked to my tax accountant and I talked to a real estate agent, and they suggested, because I just wanted the property out of my name, because, you know, for all this time I thought I didn't own it, and it used to back up to the house that I used to live in. I wanted to make that an extension of my backyard from the house that I owned on Brady, but I was told that I couldn't do that.
Okay, so at this point, you're indicating, and thank you very much for that explanation. But at this point, you're indicating that the house is in your name. However, you do intend to sell it.
Well, actually, it's vacant land, and I did sell it.
It's vacant land, excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it is sold.
Yes, and actually I took a big loss on it because I didn't know about all the, I knew that 2021 taxes was gonna be due, but because I didn't get any notification until the 29th, and that was from Oakland County through the real estate agent, that there was almost $4,000 in taxes and fees. Um, I didn't know. And I could not, I was told that one option was to just let the property go over to Oakland County and don't worry about any fees or anything. But I had already entered into a purchase agreement with the buyer. So if I didn't go through with the sale, I would have been sued.
Okay, so does the city have a recommendation at this point?
The city recommends, I mean, I feel for her. What's on your taxes you paid, correct, Ms. Newman?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear
On your
that.
taxes you paid, that's paid?
I have paid everything. I
Okay,
took,
so whatever pending in our Blight court tickets, I would recommend dismissal.
And that certainly is the direction I'm moving in. So Miss Newman, thank you very much for taking care of that. And it sounds like there have been some headaches finally removed from your plate. So I'm going to dismiss any outstanding debts with respect to outstanding tickets. So you don't need to pay any more money at this point regarding that property based on what you've said so far. Okay.
okay, well, would I be getting any other tickets because the property has been sold?
No, you won't get any more tickets, but that person has to file a property transfer affidavit because it's still right now under your name.
Okay, well, that's another question I have, and I just don't know who to ask because he said at the closing that he's not gonna file that form that you have to file in 45 days.
Oh, well, then the property. Am I correct, Your Honor?
Well, unfortunately, I'm not in a position to provide legal advice. It would be inappropriate. But Ms. Newman is in contact with the city right now. I'm certain that the city is making note of whatever information it's receiving, and there should be some verification on file, which it seems to me should determine who's responsible for what and at what time. But I'm not really in a position to provide legal advice. But Ms. Newman, thank you very much for taking care of that, and the tickets as to you have been dismissed. Okay. So make it a great day and thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was the Mr. Branner on this call as well, or is he?
Mr. Branner is a code enforcement officer that's just serving.
I'm sorry, Miss Cooper. You, Miss Newman, if you like, you can remove yourself from this call.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, Miss Cooper, I did not hear what you said regarding Mr. Branner.
Mr. Branner is a code enforcement officer that is just zoomed in for observation.
Okay, and you know what? I may have met Mr. Brannon in one prior.
He knows everybody.
Hi, Mr. Brannon, how are you?
Doing well. How about yourself, Your Honor?
It's fine, thank you. It's as if you, so this may be Miss Newman's attorney.
He could be.
I'm just here learning and soaking up all the information that I can.
Yeah, we're glad to see you. Happy to see you.
Thank you.
I have Larry Chacon.
Anticipate all the fun you're gonna have.
Already having.
Yes. Is there anyone else in the waiting room, Ms. Cooper?
Yes, I have Larry Chacon. May I admit, Your Honor?
Absolutely.
Admitting.
I don't think I'm on here.
No, he was on the previous docket. whoever shows up. No, over here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Earlene Baggett Hayes. I am serving as the magistrate over the City of Pontiac Blight Court today. What is your name, sir?
Lawrence Seashon.
Mr. Seashon, thank you very much for participating in this Zoom hearing. And which property are you representing?
295 South Marshall and 35 Chamberlain. Oh,
Okay, so Mr. Seashon, we do have two City of Pontiac representatives on the phone. They will indicate what the concern is that you've been called to court for today. After which you will have full opportunity to respond. Is that okay?
sure.
Let's hear from the City of Pontiac first, and then we'll hear from you, Mr. Seashon.
Hi, Mr. Shoshone. My name is Tammy Cooper. I'm a code enforcement officer for the City of Pontiac.
Good morning.
Good morning. Matt?
I'm Matt Behrens. I'm the recorder.
Now, you said you were here for 235 South Marshall, sir?
295.
295. And I believe that was a rental registration or rental inspection required, correct?
I believe that's what you wrote up on the last paperwork.
Ms. Cooper, my document is indicating rental inspection required.
Correct. And it looks like, did you schedule this?
I scheduled it before you wrote me the second round of tickets. That's why I was trying to reach out to you 2 or 3 different times through Mr. Behrens. He explained to me that he emailed you once or twice to let you know I was looking to talk to you because I didn't understand why I got this round of stuff when I already had a scheduled date for an inspection. And it looked to me, I could be wrong, when I read this paperwork, you wrote this a day or 2 before I scheduled my inspection. But when I saw the magistrate last month, she gave me 30 days to do any of this. And you, from my seeing of all these dates, you got dates on here that's before the 30 days was up and reissued me more tickets and more fines.
Okay.
I spoke with George yesterday. He confirmed with me that I scheduled these dates on March 16th. And then the inspector Jack contacted me on March 17th to confirm the dates and times.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I also put the ticket on 3/16. So that
I'm
300,
sorry?
that it was the day I wrote the ticket on 3/16. So I would recommend dismissal of the $300 ticket, but payment for the first ticket. We're not scheduling. And the only reason is because this hasn't been inspected since 2016. And now you're doing a 2020.
That I understand all of that. I have no issue with that. I complied with what the magistrate asked me to do within the 30 days. I did do that. And if you're telling me that this $500 ticket and this, hang on a second, please. This $300, I'm sorry?
It's $300.
Well, it's $300 at $295, but then you also gave me a $500 ticket at Chamberlain also. I'm sorry, it's for 2 addresses. I'm sorry.
Right, we're just working on 295 South
Oh.
Marshall right now.
Okay, I'm good with that then. So,
Your
yeah.
Honor, we have E200136 for $100. And my recommendation is for Mr. Chasson to pay that The other one, E220119, it looks like he's scheduled on 3/16 and I wrote the ticket on 3/16, so I would recommend dismissal of the $300 ticket.
Anything else, Mr. Shone, regarding that?
Nope. No, I'm good with that.
Okay, fine. Then I will so order that and that should resolve it.
Thank you, Your Honor. And what? Sir? The other
Is it 35 Chamberlain, was it?
35? Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm just writing some notes, that's all.
No problem.
Take your time, Mr. Shone.
Yeah, the other one's 35 Chamberlain. It's the same situation.
Okay, that Blight ticket was written. Let's see.
On the 15th. They were both written on the 15th.
2022.
If I'm reading the paperwork correctly, the first letter that comes in the envelope says March 15th. And then the second document that comes in the envelope says 3/16. So it's the same as 295 South Marshall.
City have a recommendation?
The recommendation is to, let's see.
And this one's also scheduled for back-to-back inspections. We scheduled them on the 16th. Jack called on the 17th to confirm, and they're back-to-back inspections next week.
Since there was such a gap in this, trying, sir, I recommend payment of this Blight ticket.
How much is this Blight ticket?
It says $300.
That's the first one. I'm okay with that one. We agreed upon all of that last month. The second one you sent me is $500. Would you like the ticket number it is?
Yes, I would.
It says E like Edward 220115.
And that one was voided.
If it was voided, I don't know anything about it because I have not received any documentation that it was voided.
So I'm going to order that the $500 ticket be dismissed.
Thank
And Mr. Shone, if you would pay the $300 ticket.
From, yeah, the first one, yes. When I talked with George about all of this, he told me just come in next week before the inspection and pay all these things. Because I believe there's a ticket for each property from last month. Then I think he said I gotta pay one of the inspection fees. I'm not real sure. But I told him I'd come in beginning of next week with my checkbook and we'll take care of all of it.
Yeah, you
Okay, well,
scheduled
thank
them,
you
you just
very-
didn't pay for them.
Thank you very much for that then, and that should resolve it. Appreciate your calling in, Mr. Shone.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
You
Thank
too,
you.
bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Shut this off. Whoops, I don't think I did it right. Leave.
I mean,
Yes,
so just to be clear, in my mind,
it's a $200 ticket.
$200 ticket.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, why it went to, but the property owes 3, which he owes $100 on his inspection.
Okay, so 35 South Marshall was a $300 ticket that got dismissed,
Right,
and then 35 Chamberlain, a $200
right,
ticket.
correct.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Ms. Cooper, are you able to delete anyone who calls in, or do they have to delete themselves?
No, I can remove him. Bye-bye.
Okay. How's our waiting room?
Nobody there yet. I'm gonna stop recording.